Apple boasts the world's most powerful security system, backed by thousands of cyber experts and security barriers worth millions of dollars. It was considered an impenetrable fortress. The scene is Melbourne, Australia in 2017. It is the dead of night. In a small, dark bedroom with the curtains drawn, the only light comes from the bluish glow of a laptop flickering across a teenager's face. He is just 16 years old, yet he has managed to breach that very fortress, all while sitting alone in his room, taking a break from his school homework. This isn't a movie plot. It is real life. There is a saying in the world of technology: the most dangerous hacker isn't the one with the most money or the most advanced tools. It is the one driven by insatiable curiosity and possessing boundless time. This boy had both. His name has not been revealed. The court ordered his identity kept secret because he was a minor at the time of the incident. The media refers to him simply by the codename Kid. Kid grew up in an ordinary middle-class family in Melbourne. His father worked an office job and his mother managed the household. There was nothing particularly extraordinary about his home life, yet he had felt a strange, magnetic pull toward computers since childhood. While other children played with toys, Kid would dismantle computers to examine their internal components. While boys his age were obsessed with cricket or football, Kid stayed up late learning to code, asking questions on online forums, watching YouTube tutorials, and reading books. To him, a computer was not merely a machine, it was a language, one he loved to speak. He was a good student at school, though the conventional curriculum wasn't quite for him. He excelled in mathematics and academics, but his true classroom was that small bedroom at night, shared only with his laptop and his limitless curiosity. He began learning to hack at the age of 13. However, his approach to hacking was different. He had no desire to cause harm. He simply wanted to understand how systems functioned, where security vulnerabilities lay, and how the protective architecture of a massive corporation was built. These questions kept him up at night. Then, one day, he set his sights on Apple, one of the world's most valuable companies, home to the iPhone, Mac, and iPad, and the guardian of personal information for millions. They claimed their security was impenetrable and their servers fortified like a fortress. Kid decided to put that claim to the test. In the world of hacking, there is a term called social engineering, the practice of exploiting human vulnerabilities rather than technical ones, because the biggest security loopholes often lie with people, not machines. However, the method Kid chose was entirely different. He began with a technique known to cyber experts as spear phishing, where a hacker impersonates a trusted individual or organization to extract information from a target. Kid sent an email to an Apple employee. The language was so professional and convincing that there was no reason for suspicion. But that was just the beginning. Night after night, Kid sat and examined various layers of Apple's core network. He was searching for a specific gateway, a VPN server that would grant access to Apple's internal network. This was the ACCS, or Apple Corporate Source System, a repository for the personal data of millions of Apple customers, IDs, passwords, credit card details, and private information. And Kid was closing in on it. He employed a technique called credential stuffing, which involves taking usernames and passwords from various leaked databases and trying them one by one until one works. Kid persisted day after day. He never lost hope, never stopped, and one night he succeeded. Just imagine the moment. A 16-year-old boy, perhaps with a school exam the next day, or his mother calling him from the next room for dinner, staring at a screen that suddenly revealed a gateway into Apple's internal network. He was in. He had breached the Apple corporate source system. Investigators later discovered that Kid didn't stop at merely gaining access. He carefully explored the entire system, downloaded various files, and examined the contents. Yet, he never actually used any of the data. He didn't hack any accounts. He didn't steal anyone's personal information. That was the most surprising part. He simply wanted to see if he could do it, and he succeeded. Over the next few months, the kid accessed Apple's systems across 12 separate sessions. Each time, he learned something new and explored further. Each time, he exited without leaving a trace, or so he thought. But every digital move leaves a footprint, and the kid was unaware that Apple's cybersecurity team had already noticed something. They didn't know who was doing it, nor did they know the source of the activity, but they knew someone was inside their system. They launched an investigation. Meanwhile, the kid was spending another night at home. The laptop screen glowed. He was writing code and dreaming. He was unaware that the clock was ticking against him. Investigating cybercrime differs from investigating ordinary crimes. If a bank robber flees, their face might be caught on camera. There might be fingerprints or witnesses, but a hacker sits indoors, never venturing out, leaving no visible trace. So how can they be found? Through an IP address. Every internet connection has an IP address, much like a home address. The kid knew this. He had used a VPN to mask his real IP and the Tor network to conceal his identity. Yet he made one small mistake. Once, just once, he connected directly from his own network. A single moment of carelessness, and that moment was enough. Apple's security team traced that IP address. They notified the FBI, who in turn alerted the Australian Federal Police. An international investigation was launched. Meanwhile, the kid remained oblivious. He was living a normal life, going to school, hanging out with friends, and opening his computer upon returning home at night. But one morning, there was a knock on the door. When the Australian Federal Police officers arrived, only the kid and his mother were home. His mother opened the door and froze at the sight of the police. The kid had likely just woken up. His hair was disheveled as he got ready for school. He realized what was happening. The police searched the house. They found a laptop containing a small folder with files downloaded from Apple's servers, and, most surprisingly, a folder named Hacked with Love. Listen to those 3 words again. Hacked with love. This boy had hacked out of love, not to destroy or steal, but simply to know and understand. The police interrogated him. The kid confessed everything. He made no attempt to hide the truth or lie. He said, "Yes, I did it. I accessed Apple's servers, but I didn't harm anyone. I just wanted to see." The investigators then calculated the total extent of the damage. Apple claimed that investigating the hack and restoring the system cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yet one thing was clear. No customer information was stolen, no financial loss occurred, and no data was misused. A 16-year-old boy simply wanted to prove he could do it, and he succeeded. The case went to court in Australia. Outside, there was a crowd of journalists, cameras, and onlookers. It was the trial of a minor. His identity was kept confidential. Prosecutors presented the charges. Apple argued that this was a serious offense, unauthorized access to sensitive corporate data. They contended that if such actions went unpunished, others might follow the same path. However, the defense lawyer painted a different picture. He argued that the boy was not a criminal, but a talented youth whose curiosity had led him astray. He had caused no harm. He had simply wanted to learn, and his actions demonstrated a level of skill that major companies often cannot buy. The judge heard both sides and then delivered the verdict. The boy was found guilty of 9 charges under the Computer Fraud Act, but was not sentenced to prison. The judge took into account his age, his remorse, and his clean record. He had no prior offenses. The judge stated that the boy was not a danger to society. Rather, if guided correctly, he could become an asset to it. He was sentenced to community service and supervised release. What was in his eyes as he left the courtroom? Relief, shame, or a strange sense of pride? Even he might not know. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next episode. Thank you.